different application of the Yoru.
Yeah. I will keep my eyes towards it. I think we all will be. Something out of the norm. But they do have that map advantage. So they can get a little bit weird with it now. For Guild, however, this is the big one, right? You can't lose here or you're done for. And all that hope got ripped away. And what you could argue was just pretty much Sugetsu in that round. But come back in. Fresh start. Brand new map. And if you are just tuning in, we will be having Guild, of course, starting out this time on the defensive side. And that then means that FPX will be on the attack. And you're seeing early progress trying to be made here. But Zipan didn't quite get the fair fight he wanted. Coldamenta overwhelmed quickly. And a trade for Artist, but it's swiftly dealt with.
It's not actually considering the double stack here, but Angel's found some space behind this. So actually a very deep position here towards yellow. The spike will come through. And Sugetsu actually going to find Leo inside Tube. And should take away some of the pressure, but Trex answers back.
So now we get to see what Xiao and Sugetsu can do about this one. Xiao still playing
Last player standing
towards the site itself, and Sugetsu now called upon. This is a tough scenario. Needs some sharp shots here. And they're just not hitting this time. Did as much damage as he could towards Safe, but outgunned in the end. And the pistol round, at least the first hit, will be won by Guild.
Guild really stick to their guns there in Tube with the double stack. Happy to commit to it. FPX don't really garner an awful lot in terms of progress elsewhere. Angel gets a very deep position, but very quickly dealt with. It takes away one of the key parts of that setup for FPX. Oh, today is Sugetsu's birthday. 20 years old.
Nice.
What a way to spend it, right?
It's not bad, yeah? Just like, hey, welcome to the event. Probably clutched up for your team, saved you
Got
from
himself
OT.
a clip for the day, yeah?
Got himself a clip. There it is. Happy birthday. When's your birthday, mate?
Been and gone.
Right. Still waiting for what you get me for my birthday. Very exciting. This round, probably not so much so. Shiko. So it could have a little bit of threat to it, but you want to be looking at Guild to keep this clean. You don't want any mistakes to be made. Set the precedent and the bar early.
The Safe almost left to try and figure out what this wall is for, but nobody behind it. Coldamenta got to be careful here because a couple of members of FPX stacked outside B site. Actually, the TP sent through towards backside. Coldamenta's probably not going to hear this traveling past him.
Poison's off.
I think it will just be planted as a bait for the time being.
Nailed him.
And so it's challenged, but he's holding really well here.
Chunk of damage onto Sugetsu as well.
Trex did get removed, so it's not going to be flawless, but Russ trying to pick up here. Close down that middle presence, and there it is. One loss, which will be Trex so far. And Zipan, any more on the docket? Anything else you can find? No, not going to happen. Guild, 4 standing.
Well handled as well. FPX not really able to create any pressure towards B site there, draw any rotation, especially with Safe getting such deep control of mid very early on. Actually a fantastic position to be in here for round 3. 3 Bulldogs, a Vandal in the hands of Trex. Coldamenta going to carry through the Spectre. If there's any adjustment here really in terms of the setup just to make, well, at least put Coldamenta in a position to make use of the Spectre, but investment of the wall early on towards A, and he's actually going to make his way back over towards B site. So where FPX are stacked up once again. A deep setup here with the Cypher utility as well, looking to catch a couple of people off site.
See how much they can get out of this. Flank's timing could have been interesting. It's actually Trex still to find Zipan. So you're going to see now having to only operate with 4, see if there's still any movement to be found on this site. You can see Guild's actually got him pretty much wrapped on this, just holding those extremities, not overextending, allowing just enough room, but it has allowed Safe to be picked up. Artist going to find 1.
Russ is so early though.
Yeah, this is really, really big timing. Not going to waste any seconds here. Beautiful work from Russ. Huge value in that position on the flank. As we get to, not again, 3 HP. Surely this is too far, and there's no escape in that one. Leo doesn't even want to deal with it himself. Pops in the shock dart, takes him down, and Guild convert that 3rd.
Beautifully handled again. Just the damage control here, or at least damage limitation on display from Guild, allowing safe passage towards site and burning up a lot of that time on the Toxin. Sugetsu had to, I mean, the entirety of FPX had to wait on that. And Russ very quickly on the back of next to no contact. Flanks through, completely catching Artist off guard. I think he's more actually concerned with the elbow flank than anybody even making their way through cannon.
Let's just put FPX right back down in the dumps here. Look at the light arm behind the Sheriffs, but he didn't get much play with it before. I think they only lost one. I think they were able to find Trex, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like FPX are trying to go roaming in middle. Maybe see if they could find Safe, because last time he did get a little aggressive, which is not necessarily a bad idea. This time, paying heed to the danger that could have been mounting, but something that was said on the desk is what Trex left to his own devices here. A lot of faith in this man.
These are forced away, but Angel's still in line of sight there. Head will be removed.
Careful now, Safe.
Double dips a little bit, yeah. There's another member of FPX Artist actually tucked up very close here. Oh, Leo still finds it though. Just a little gap in the wall and punished for it.
Such great awareness from Leo to not fall to that. They hadn't necessarily seen Artist prior to that, but had a good inclination there could have been someone working close. Coldamentia going to watch that cross. Finds another. No, actually, Zipan's there for it. Now Russ on the side just needs to play for time, allow for the cross to be watched by his buddy, which is going to be safe. So, all going very much par.
Beautiful timing on the peaks as well. Don't give FPX any chance to isolate any of these 1v1s.
Really, really quite nicely done. And this is where I want to see FPX start building their way back into this, because, again, I don't particularly want one-sided maps in this affair. It's why it got a little exciting at the end of that first one, because it could have gone either way. Obviously converted by Sugetsu, but here I want to see FPX put up a bit more of presence now, have that full purchase beside them, a couple of ults as well to work with.
The null command going to be one that we keep our eyes on. Early to note, Trex make his way away from the utility so that his teammates can make use of it. FPX this time around not stacked up towards B. There'll be 3 members initially to probe towards A site. That Viper's pit will go up. Safe. Finds Sugetsu very early on in this round. Barely past the 1 minute 30.
Beautiful. First time we've really seen that committed into at least the buy rounds. We saw them kind of probing earlier on in the pistols, but to then kind of bring that into the full buys. Bold play, but it pays. Now FPX trying to stack up over towards that B site. Don't think got any information on this. They should have a good idea as to what's coming their way, but it is all 4 players, and Angel gets red. Found swiftly by Russ, and now Safe's here in support. It's not just one you're fighting, it's so many. The rotations are en route, Coldamenta's on the way, and they're held at the door. There's no way into this. And it is just Artist, that operator, got nothing. He got no room to work, no time to work. Location now being tracked and safe on the Hun. Coldamenta's got him. This is clean stuff from Guild.
Prime Gaming flawless for Guild to find their 5th. Really running away with this, expecting the timeout to come through a little earlier here for FPX.
It's got to be now, right?
Not an awful lot of positives to really draw together from some of these rounds. Like I said, Safe isolating this seemingly for free as well. And it's the fact that it comes across so early. I mean, I guess that's why we see Angel trying to make plays like this, to get something done at least. Be able to throw something in this though for FPX. The Tour de Force available. Viper's pit here if they can get themselves into a post plant. The null command and actually the Hunter's Fury as well. Shao and Angel yet to get on the board. 0-5 a piece here.
I mean, the front line's been a little lacking. I feel like none of the sites, like any post plants, any of these scenarios were particularly threatening. They've had so much good control on that B site. I mean, again, it has been a categoric shutdown here, so I'm not sure what FPX have in the tank for this. That's what's kind of piquing my interest is, how many options do you have? What do you have to work with? What do you have to bring out here? What's the depth where you start going towards? You haven't really seen a massive look towards middle yet. A couple of attempts, but nothing too much. But well, you might back to Leo being there. You know, all the presence that's come in and actually denied this so well.
In the 2 rounds we did, it was Sugetsu trying to bait something out of the wall, and Safe was there so early on in that anti-eco with the Bulldog, where it didn't really create any pressure at all. So Guild, like you said, and actually in the following round there, where Safe and Leo are both tucked up in Nest, there's not really, and FPX have to re-explore it for the 2nd time because they're banking on the fact that Guild haven't got some of these close contact areas covered in mid. There will be a Guardian in the hands of Zipan. Tour de Force, as I said, and Sheriffs across the board. Coldamenta looking as if he wants to create further pressure and tube with his Poison Orb. So Artist on the back end of it. So denied initially any sort of angle. The decoy is sent out. So it's always funny to see that the cogs turning when they're considering it.
This is a round for Russ here. Precarious positioning.
I mean, there's
Dependent,
no contingency to this whatsoever.
yeah, dependent on a lot of things going right for him here. You can't really back away from it. I don't know if I like the one and done in
That's
this.
a weapon given across as well.
Didn't love that, if I'm honest. I know dependent on the camera, but even with that, you still have to try and handle potentially 4 players. Trek's good for it to isolate Angel. Trying to use this as best he can to find some safety here, and he's done just that. Leo's there in support now, and with all that danger, it is a 1v3. There's a chance for Artist, be it slim. Looking for anyone to overstep here or make a peek or make something happen. A mistake is not going to happen. Safe's got the cross again. And once they fall into position, Mike, once they get these crossfires in play, Gilda exceedingly strong.
Yeah, for sure. And you could actually credit the setup here with the spy cam to maybe support Russ a little bit. The one and done actually favors it. It gives them time to find this rotation. Trek's also shutting down the TP of Angel. It's one that ultimately we want to see something on the board here for FPX. Really some positive, some pressure created. Because Guild are very comfortable in these setups. I said FPX have very few things. It's what, it's 1-2 rounds I think they've been able to get themselves a spike plant, but it's not been comfortable.
All right, Angel, let's see what you got for us. Leo, the head's one. Safe gonna bail him out as well. This is perfect support again. Yeah, Angel's made it to sight, but at what cost? They're losing everyone around him. This is all for naught. And again, Angel's been found. There's no singular fight here to be having. It's all trades. Yes, Xiao's finally had some impact, but it's still 4 against you. You don't even have mid-control to fall back to. Nothing is safe for Xiao. It's fallen flat. Above a minute.
Well, the spike, but safe. Finds that there with the operator. A much, much quicker PC. You can see immediately the pressure towards double doors created on the back of that mid-wall from Sugetsu, but there's just no real bite to that execution. Even with the information they're able to gather on the back of Angel's ultimate, the kills come ahead of him even coming out. He's not even here to kind of follow up, trade either of these. Safe, yes, tagged up, but able to respond immediately with the Blade Storm. 12-1 right now for Safe. He's having his way with FPX.
No one really being outstanding for FPX themselves here. Super, super quiet. And really, an individual probably isn't going to make the difference in this one. Safe this time, going to be warded away for now. First shot does go straight. Leo spotting Sugetsu, but obviously has not quite uncovered the fact that Artist has progressed up towards Tube. And again, Angel doing nothing with this. Ah, it's clean. Trex running rampage on him now. It's not as clean as he'd like, but it gets the job done.
One enemy remaining.
And now just Xiao. This is a shutdown, Mike.
Yeah, it is. FPX is getting nothing done. The only Sheriffs and the Guardian to come through. Xiao finally finds a response, but there's 4 more to find.
They're better breaking a sweat here. This would be a mistake if Guild dropped this. And they're not making them in that amount. It's a blowout at the moment. There's only so many ways to dress this up. And it is a celebration of how good Guild are on this. There's a reason that this map is out here, that it is in play, that they lean in often. But FPX being this flat, you got to say, whichever way this goes, right? You kind of then look into the rest of the map pool. FPX cannot allow this to ever reappear in any sort of crunch scenarios now.
Not with this comp. Again, there's nothing here really to draw away from. Like I said, the difference being here, the application of the Yoru, but Angel's not able to get into the backlines. He's not able to cause any pressure towards players like Trex, who are tucked into backside, right? It's other people taking first contact for him when these side hits come through. It's unfortunate to see, but Guild on a streak right now, and they've got to be feeling very confident. Expect these, mid swings to still come through. Safe now going to be heating up a lot in terms of this operator usage, and just can float his way around the map.
The other influence of having someone like Barbar is to make sure the boys don't get too overconfident, don't overdo it. That last round getting a little peaky, open up some chance. Again, it was going to be a 1v5 if it was going to happen. So very unlikely. Exactly. Like it's probably not going to happen. But again, you want to keep your players calm, collected, keep their focus. do not let them overheat in this.
Especially you talk about the mental game of losing that previous round on Ascent.
Yes.
That's the way that you actually lose out here, not forcing overtime there. To have the confidence built back in here with an 8-0 lead on Breeze. Definitely the best remedy for it.
It feels like we're just waiting to see. Safe gets to keep his life. First fight against Artist there. We look across the rest of the map and actually Safe's doubling down on this. I think Artist has a slight inkling. But to what degree? Artist is in danger now. A haircut given, but nothing connected. And Safe's not backing down from this either. He's holding this just a little longer. Did he spot another?
This is the byproduct of that confidence. He's happy to stand here and fight, at least look for the one kill. The drone going to be forced out just to deal with Safe. We'll take away a key tool in terms of the execution coming through, but Safe still finds Artist.
Exuding confidence now. Safe getting a stranglehold in this game. Now, FPX do have side control. But again, keep in mind, the Guild have everything they need. Money galore, ults galore, tags coming through as well. Spike now down, though. Finally, FPX at least have the time on their side. Not what you wanted. And the ult to try and really supplement this, because they are in dire need of a round, Mike.
This is an ult command popped on the way back through here. A couple of tags coming through this Viper's Pit, but no real damage to write home about.
Come on!
And the second as well.
Come on, Coldamenta. Gonna find two Zip Band, digs his heels in, and now a 1v3 Shao needs it right now, and he's not gonna get it. Trex is there, and Guild continue forward. This is just a plow through the game from Guild. It's 9-0.
And showing almost no respect to the Viper's Pit there.
None.
On the way back through. Coldamenta finding two crucial kills. First one completely blind, then dips his toes inside the ult. Fantastic stuff from Guild on display, and Safe, honestly. The fact that he's able to get such deep control here towards Tube and draws out the drone, it makes it a massive, massive tool removed from FPX ahead of that execution. And the first blood. At this point now, it's already snowballed for Guild, and only a couple of rounds for FPX to even have a mark to leave on this half.
It's snowballed so hard, you put some carrot in there and some coal for eyes. It's not happening. I mean, Leo's been a little sloppy with that, but Coldamenta is not. Picks up where Leo left off, and again, it's looking flawless. Shao, how many times are we saying Shao in a 1v5? Guess what's happened? It's Shao in a 1v4 this time. Spike down in a very poor position. And Trex's eyes on this. Yeah, Shao's got his work cut out.
At this point, the damage, absolutely no factor to consider here, so almost banking on Guild slipping up here. 40 seconds left, they're just going to wait this one out. Coldamenta actually making moves towards bottom mid. Put tags onto Trex, but and Safe posted up, holding this angle. The operator, he's been good for them. I feel like he's almost doubling up here on opening duels. I can't even recall a time where Safe's given away in opening first blood.
I don't remember Safe dying.
Not lost an engagement. I mean, 16-2 right now.
Yeah. Now this is pinnacle work coming out from Guild. Unfazed by anything FPX are throwing their way. It's looked flat from FPX.
I'll say FPX aren't throwing anything their way.
Nope.
There's barely anything to this.
They're barely limping into the round. This is a very underwhelming map, if I'm honest. Obviously, the Guild fans are in absolute rapture. They're loving it. But for the purists out there who just want a good game, this is not it from FPX. And with a scoreline like this, you're probably not going to have much of a turnaround, really. I don't know. I'll eat my hat if anything comes of it. But now Russ going exploring. Doesn't look like it's going to go too well. Again, punished a little there. Opportunity shown, but again, it's just one rifle. And you can imagine Guild are just brimming in confidence. That's a not spot. There it is. And Safe's just reading the game so well. It's all falling into his lap. He is having the time of his life. And again, he's just not missing.
Spike down.
Every single aspect's working for him. Maybe even predicting that presence from Artist, taking a safer angle and just keeping in mind where Angel may be, and Coldamenta just trying to hunt him down. No prisoners here. Trex sitting deep towards CT, ready to catch Artist. It's perfect. It is the perfect round once again.
FPX will have an opportunity
Last
to purchase here in
round
the final.
half.
Ultimates-wise, Angel is back online, but didn't really achieve an awful lot on the back of it previously. Zipan one off the null command. Artist will throw an operator in the mix here. Actually, Guild going to pick up a second here. Leo, at least initially, going to hold on to an operator in the early round.
And will it be the flawless run on the half? That is the question. This will be one of those games you blink and you miss it. Quick enough. Boldmenter investing his ult. Angel now having to work his way through this. What does he do with it? Where does he take this? Got to see something, a difference maker. That will do it.
Finally.
Zipan finds an opener.
Yeah.
There it is. That could be the difference maker. Finally taking Safe out of the equation. Could be huge.
FPX still spread pretty thin. Able to really capitalize on the back of that. Trek's actually the one to pick up this operator role for the time being. And Leo actually just playing very close contact on that trap wire in tube. Look at FPX's positions. The 60-second mark passes, though, on the back of a first blood. Finally now making their way towards double doors. Leo should hear that TP pass him.
Trex this time, giving it a crack. Good info found. Still finding value here. FPX unsure of what to do. They've never had this much success so far. Plant now going to go down, going to pop the ult as well.
Left.
And post plant we go. Boldmenter trying to work mid. 3 through towards CT, and maybe not flawless just yet. Calder still going to get it. Had no vision. Still gets away with just straight up murder. And a 3v3. Xiao with the operator Trex as well. Can they pry these players out of position? Leo trying to go on an exploration mission, doesn't note it, but actually forced to face. Trex was ready for it, and away we go. Ult invested, positions revealed. They're going to try and close that gap. How much more can this side do to turn the screws, to apply some pain? They push forward. It's a great play from Trex. A tap for the spike, but he still needs to deal with Xiao. And it's going to be a tall task for it. Leo sits on the... Oh, Leo! The backhand for perfection. The flawless half. 12-0.
I mean, the fact that he still resets off that.
Switching sides.
Xiao made it interesting, but they steal away another heartbreaker. Much the same way FPX did in map 1, but what a total contrast we are. 12-0 here on the half.
This is a juggernaut performance coming out of Guild. Instantly redoing all the wrongs from map 1. And again, just a lovely little combination play. Who's never out of question in this.
Just out there, Trex holding for the drone to clear the left side of yellow,
Yes.
picking up the second on the right. Beautifully done.
Oh, you're
Leo.
nasty, Leo.
What a great 2-cam to display. Doombros, I mean, luckily laughing it off. But what a half.
Okay, we need to obviously send this over to the desk. We'll tee up a fantastic second half. It's going to be a long series, I'm sure. We're going to send it back to the desk. Have fun with this.
Knowing Pansy and Hypok, this might go OT. That's the ultimate Panpok curse.
Yeah.
Have some
Wait,
faith.
maybe if they can combine with the power of Mitch, there might be a possibility. But
Yeah.
other than that, absolutely not. Or maybe if we get Platchat to just predict all in favor of the
Yeah.
fact that Guild are going to win this.
You have
I'm
the plat
not
chat
doing-
power.
no.
Do it. Use it. Use it right now.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I mean, I don't think you even could do it. I mean, Safe's already been playing so well. This team has been looking fantastic. I don't know what you say, because you would say 12-0 half, but 422 ACS.
This is silly.
That's absurd.
Yeah, no, the man was just nasty throughout the entirety of the half. And a lot of the time he was taking the initial engagements. He was everywhere. He was playing that rotational operator. And honestly, it just seemed from the get-go, their whole plan was like, okay, so they have some Yoro executions. Well, let's make sure that they're in a disadvantage every single time they try and do it. And the worst case is a lot of the time he was getting like Saigetsu. So it's like, oh, we're going to try our execution with no Viper. And it's just like, it's never going to work.
Yeah. I mean, there was just never a moment where it even looked close until that final round. I mean, the Yoru wasn't getting any value. They were never getting close on site. It felt like every single time Safe had an operator in hand, he was getting a kill in the early round.
Yeah, he had a heck of a half, but it's not. Let's not just all only talk about Guild.
Sure.
Let's take a look at FPX's highlights for that as well.
Yeah, I think production prepped something good up for that.
Oh, okay. Okay, our machines are down right now. We can't actually show you the
That's
clips.
really
We'll do it. We'll do it post.
There was some good stuff that we had pulled. So
I thought they had to delete the VOD after the game was finished, not at the halftime.
They must have made the mistake.
Okay.
Luckily, we have a lot in the second half that we can pull from.
Oh, we do?
There'll be a lot of highlights,
Nice.
I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely more than one round, I reckon. That's my prediction, my hot
They
take.
got like
Do you
4
know
out
what
of
the
5 kills
terrifying
one
thing
time.
is as well? Like, I was going to set this up at the beginning and go, oh, okay, like, you know, they're normally really good at their attack. And it's like, I think even with losses they've had like 7 rounds on the attacking side. And then in their big wins, they had 9+ on the attack. Now they go into the defense.
Yeah.
They were never that good at the defense.
Well, let's take a look now and hand this back to Pansy and Hypok for a record long
See you
second
guys
half.
very, very soon.
See you in an hour.
Yinzu, why are you trying to curse us? Relax a little. All
Doesn't
right.
need to.
True.
We've never needed outside
We've
influence.
never needed help in this affair. And someone who doesn't need help in this map is Guild. 12-0, FPX looking flat as a pancake. This is one they'll hopefully just move on from. Sometimes a quick loss just gets you out of the way and we move on to the third map. That's, in my mind here, the best course for them because yeah, obviously it's possible, but the likelihood is near on impossible.
I mean, I wouldn't even say it's possible, to be honest with you. Again, making an interesting point here with a total lack of impact on the Yoru on the attacking side. It's even more difficult now. And unfortunately, Angel's been a little out of position, a little sloppy in some scenarios. I'm not really going to bank on it.
Deep breaths. How long does this go on for?
But he's solo holding A side at the minute.
Decided to make a change on that. So for now, they do manage to burst through those double doors. Spike will be on the way soon enough once they kind of secure this. Safe! Dude, what the hell is that? Okay, and the push up from Russ in the end will take down at least Angel from the side, but Xiao's managed to keep his life, and the Spike gets lost on the cross. Now there's a problem because that backfill from middle is going to be coming into position. Guild.
What?
Eh? Look, Russ has had a couple of rough games, but someone check him PC, because that's not normally. Safe going to try and aggress a little further towards CT. But that Spike's a problem. They can't quite get it back into hand yet. Artis denies Russ any opportunity, and Safe, the golden boy himself, seems he can do no wrong. This is a test. 30 seconds to try and pass it.
30
Shout
seconds
13
left.
HP. Ardis tagged up to 75. We potentially given an opportunity to find the plant at least. Save himself, only 19 HP. So conscious of the possibility Ardis is repositioned elsewhere in the map. We'll find it here. Xiao a little ahead of Ardis. Don't want to see a peek come out of this.
So he's seen a shoulder.
Great double
Nice.
swing.
Got a little worried when, as you said, it was Xiao kind of getting a little ahead of the curve there. If the timing was a little off, could have maybe brought himself to a 1v1. Not the case. Ardis got towards him on time. Fuse comes in, and we got one.
It starts.
And so it begins.
Yes.
The
The long road ahead of us.
The story about it was 12-0 on the half.
Where were you when FPX found 12? I never say this. I kind of wish I was in Twitch chat right now. To be honest,
We can have a look.
I bet that is a very entertaining place to
Yeah,
be.
we can check in. How the people doing, you know. Let us know your thoughts on this matchup. Are you ready for the comeback of the century? Head over to Twitter. I'll pretend I'm reading Twitch chat. Yeah, let us know.
Happy about that one.
Yeah,
Thrilled about that one.
It's a pump-up
Yeah.
round for sure.
Lock in, guys. Come on.
Focus up now. And we go again. So, Buy comes out. It's going to be what? Spectres, Guardians, Bulldogs. Nothing too pretty. Leo going to get himself the Marshal. And a couple of Sheriffs to supplement with Safe and Russ, but no, again. Should be par for the course here. Shouldn't really be too much hard work for FPX in this round.
Playing very cautiously as well. Sugetsu's got the support here from Ardis. The trap as well just set up for B main. Looks as if Safe and Leo will try and double swing through towards default here. We'll just going through the motion. He's going to potentially try and get both orbs onto Russ. Actually, the one outside shop already been shrieked. Angel going to catch sight of Safe. Slight exchange of damage here. Ardis good for the first. Russ already tagged up from that snake bite. Makes it very easy. Ardis
30
actually
seconds
sharp
left.
on the third.
Spike down mid.
Good to find. Safe and Leo already showing a little bit of presence as well. Be cleared up, hopefully here. With Safe being down to 45 HP. The one weapon removed here.
Easy comeback. Here we go. Ride of our lives. Fly comes in. And this was quite nice for Artist, to be fair.
I don't think so.
Even just mechanically, pretty enough to
30
watch.
Well, Tour de Force online as well. It's an opportunity here to at least make this interesting. Look as if he's actually going to swing out towards B main. There's players stacked up on the other side of this.
They are so dead.
Go Artist!
Collapse.
That's
Spike
money
down,
right
B.
there for Artist.
Right place, right time for him. It's Russ and Safe. Removed very early on. Guild's buy round. Try and pivot away from this. No progress found from FPX outside A main. Somewhere around Angel not going hunting either. If Guild can recover anything in this round. Looking for, oh, I mean, it goes without saying, needs to be clean for FPX. Maintain as many of these weapons as possible.
Fundamental not in a particular hurry here. Still 47 seconds to play with and just see if anything presents opportunity. For now, not really the case. FPX sitting quite deep towards this. Rotations have already come in, leaving Artists solo towards that B site. And, I mean, the man's good for 2 at least, with 1 shot, so he should be fine for the rest.
30 seconds left.
Let's consider, actually, if Guild don't find a kill here, whether or not they even want to just hold on to 3 rifles here.
Going full Jame time.
I noticed Russ obviously retrieving the orb in the previous. I think he does have no command online now. Not sure about Safe either, but...
Poison's off. 10 seconds left.
Feels like Angel's about to feed. I like the way you tried to go for a cinematic there.
Yeah.
Nice one, observers. Probably that Prius
They're
guy.
trying to help us out. They're trying to help us out.
No, he's like, don't look, just turn away. Turn away. 12-3.
Want to play? Let's play.
Nice. Yeah, not bad for Artist there. So let's look. Here's an easy way for me to get the game over with. When do we call it a comeback? What round?
You say usually at 10, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, you do. I'm with you. I'm with you.
The bar quite high. Only 7 more rounds. We go again. Buy back in, but of course there's now a couple of caveats to that. Safe could be working with just that Spectre. On the other side, things getting a little more flush.
4 noted actually on the back of Zipan's knife here in the early round. But actually, they will follow through with the null command.
There it is, Zipan. What do you got for us? Can you still hold as they flood towards the site? Safe's going to break in. First now found and the site now open. Artist trying to connect on the cross, but no one's really lining up for him. Aren't going to come in. These positions you've still got, I think it's Leo patrolling so deep, making sure no one's gone on that mad flank, so it should pull all the attention to the right place here. Artist does find Russ and Angel now with that pop flash. Swings it, gets it! Gorgeous from Angel. And now there's little hope. Leo has to be pulled back in to check here. They should know where these players are. They're gonna tap on the spike. First real shot at this one. And they ain't stopping. Angel's gonna sit this if he can. And nothing's shot him and really denied him until then. Hold on! Cold Dementor! He's just about held this. And Sugetsu has to try and navigate the way through this. And Cold Dementor on the reposition. The time's on his side! And the shot's there! It's 13-3. And it's shut down.
I mean, just a fantastic demonstration here on Breeze. Yes, you could talk about a massive